Hi everyone, in this tutorial we're looking at the do-while loop. The do-while loop is much less commonly used than the while loop. However, it's still a language construct in JavaScript, so we should still take a look at it. So what I'm doing here is I'm creating an array. It's an array of 4 different strings, and underneath that we have a function. The function is called print students, and it takes 1 parameter, and underneath that we're saying if the array's length is equal to 0, we're going to log out no students in the class. So I think what we can do here is we can create another variable, and we can set that to an empty array, and let's try to pass that in and let's see what happens. Okay, so first we're going to put in the science class. Oh, by the way, this time we're not writing it out, we're going to log it out to the console. So let's see how that works. Okay, so we have nothing here. That's because we're logging out to the console. I'm going to right click in Chrome and click Inspect Element. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for the console. And here we can see what we logged out to the console, no students in the class. So console.log is basically something just for developers, and it just shows up in the browser's console, and it's useful because they can often give us more information than just writing something out to the browser. So so that's the console. Now let's try to do something different, which is put the math class in here, and let's refresh. Okay, and now we can see that we've output the students that are in the math class. Okay, let's take a little bit closer look at this. So with the math class, this evaluated to false. We came down to the else statement. We set I to 0, and in the do while statement, what happens is we're always going to do this at least once. Before we're checking anything, we're going to do this once. And that's why do-while loops are much less common than while loops, because it's uncommon to run into situations where you definitely want to do something before checking something. Usually you're checking something and then you're doing something based on that. But the do-while loop isn't like that. So in this case, because the array's length is 0, we know that there's at least 1 student in the class. So we're using console.log on the first one, while ++I is less than the array's length. Okay, we can take a look at this in Firefox too. So here we have Firefox. I'm just going to clear this, and under Web Developer we can close the web console, and we can also open it here. You can also use Control-Shift-K to look at it, and let's open that up. Right now it doesn't have anything in it, and we can refresh here. Okay, and we can see all the students in the class. Like I said, there's a little more information. We can see how fast this ran, which was very fast, and we can click on over here, and what we can see is we can see where the line was in the code that caused this to happen, to these to be logged out to the console. Okay, in Chrome I believe it's similar. Let's see here. So if we click on one of these, it's highlighted briefly, but basically the same thing as in Firefox. Okay, thanks for watching.